Hey there, welcome to your Tuesday. We are here, Doc. We have got an interesting, so this is Trash Talk Tuesday, but this is kind of an interesting one. I don't know if you can really trash it or not.
Okay, so it's just a little trash.
Just a little bit of
It's a
trash.
Kleenex on the
It's just
floor.
kind of a stinky subject.
Okay,
Maybe
all right.
that's what it is. It's a stinky subject. It reeks, but it's real touchy, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Okay, so in Texas, there was a girl, her name is Peyton, it's been all over the news. She was declared brain dead, but her family is really fighting to keep her alive. She's been on life support since September after she went into cardiac arrest. They put her on a ventilator after they discovered that there was a heartbeat, but tests have shown that there's no brain activity. And Texas law considers an individual dead when they've suffered irreversible loss of brain function. The hospital also did 2 tests 12 hours apart to determine that she has no brain function. However, the family is fighting to keep her alive. They actually filed a restraining order against the hospital just to get enough time. They just want 2 weeks so they can find another hospital to keep her alive.
Mm-hmm.
So gosh, I mean, I don't even know what to think here. This is such a devastating situation. I don't even know what to think. You want to be a little bit mad at the hospital, but then again, you're like, and then I don't know how to feel.
You can't be really mad at the hospital.
Anybody.
Well, you can't really be mad at the hospital. I mean, they're just doing their job.
Yeah.
And every state, every hospital has its own protocol for brain death, and they follow, some kind of guidelines, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the test you refer to is, it's called a EMG. They put wires in your scalp and they measure for brain activity, and hers is probably silent, which means there is no brain activity going on. Of course, you have to be off all medicines and any kind of sedating stuff. And then a lot of it's take the history. I don't know the case. I didn't read it. I didn't see it in the news. But if it was a cardiac event and she was without a heartbeat and oxygen for
A significant amount
a
of time.
significant amount of time, yes, she will never recover from that. That essentially killed her
Yeah.
brain. So family probably loves her, and I get that, and they don't want to let her go. I get that. But she's no longer with us, and she's no longer alive. And you can keep her in the hospital for 80 years, and she'll never do anything.
Yeah.
And she's going to have pressure ulcers and sores and infections, and this shell of a body, which is all it is nothing, will
Deteriorate.
just deteriorate over time.
Ugh, that's really terrible.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a sad deal, but I've actually had a situation like that one time
Really?
about 35 years ago. It was an elderly gentleman. When I say elderly, it's getting younger to me all the time. But he had a massive stroke. I mean, he just wiped out 75-80% of his brain, and his brain swelled, which closed off the other 20% that was functioning. And at our hospital, it was the same thing. We kept him on a ventilator, and we tried some different medicines to kind of open him up, and it just nothing was working, and those things happened. And I remember that the family's like, they're going to pray and hold vigils and stuff like this, which they did, and that he was going to come back, and no, he never did. And the family's like, well, he can't be off life support, and I'll never forget this attending physician who's no longer alive, but he pretty much said, no, he's not, and he just pulled the plug right there.
No, that seems wrong.
Well, it can seem wrong, but you can do it without family consent, and I think you can in the state of Missouri. In Missouri.
Ooh, I'd be ticked.
Well, there's nothing.
I understand,
there's
but
nothing
I feel like it's not. Man, that should have been his.
If it was up to the family, he'd still be there on the ventilator right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way this man was ever coming back.
Oh, I understand that.
He had a clot to 80% of his brain. Especially the only part of his brain that was actually functioning was his occipital lobe, which is vision. So all of his higher centers of reasoning, alertness, all gone. It was clotted completely.
Wow,
off.
that's so sad.
Yeah. But
This
there's
is such a tough situation.
no recovery,
Oh.
no chance of recovery
Totally.
at all.
Yeah.
Okay, there's not even blood flow going through there. Okay, there's nothing. And
Yeah.
that in that situation, I thought it was incredibly I wasn't gonna pull the plug.
I'm sure there was
but-
some lawsuits involved.
No.
Really? So they'd accepted it, they
you-
just weren't ready.
Yeah, that's really what it boiled down to. But I guess, he didn't kill him, the guy was already dead.
Yeah.
We
But
just-
still, I mean, yikes.
I mean, the same thing you could say, Michelle, when people come to the emergency room and we're doing CPR on them and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I get
Well,
it.
you're gonna do CPR for the next 20 years?
Yeah.
Are you, at some point in time, you have to say enough is enough and stop, and let
Yeah.
nature take its course. I mean, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
But, no, it's sad, I feel for the family, I know what they're going
No,
through.
it's like the world wants to find a bad guy, but there really isn't one. It's
No,
just a
no.
terrible situation
It
for
is,
everybody.
it is, and it's gonna be interesting, because once this
Yeah.
occurs and goes through the lovely court system. and
Oh, yeah,
how
it will.
And how it plays out is gonna set
Yeah.
a precedent for what else is gonna happen in Texas,
Yeah,
so, tough one.
that's a super tough one. Well, anyway, yeah, I guess we'll be thinking
That wasn't
about
a trash talk, that was a Tuesday downer talk.
That was a Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks for making
I
us all
guess
feel
it's
better, Michelle.
Putting our feelings in the trash.
I guess so.
Anyway, I know it wasn't quite a trash talk, but I thought it was interesting.
Mhm.
And I wondered what your take was.
Yeah, no,
Tricky.
they're gone, and, I kinda agree, let the family, deal with it and accept it, and, try to talk with them, give them some counselors, some emotional support, do what you need to do. At the end of the day, it doesn't
Try to
change
get on
anything.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. She is gone, and she is never coming back.
Yeah.
That's it. And then the kind of, what happens to a person like her that's had a lack of blood flow from a heart issue, it's called a watershed infarct, which means it's just like the whole brain is just gone. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So, every neuron in her brain is dead,
Mhm.
and she's never coming back. Now, that's a little bit different than people that get viruses and stuff,
Yeah.
that have a bad brain infection. They still have activity. It's not normal activity, but they actually have a
They can
minuscule chance.
Yeah.
But somebody could know,
Yeah.
and the family just doesn't accept it.
Well, I'll be first in line to pull your plug.
I'm sure you will. Yeah, the doctors be sitting there going, "Oh, wait,
Doctor's like,
no, I'm
He
holding
just
it.
has a cold. I think we need to pull a plug. All right. Well, sorry about that kind of bummer, but
Yeah.
it's something interesting to think about, and so there's that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you Friday for Free Advice Friday. I hope you have a great week, and see you later.